Recorded live from the Maddie Johnson podcast studio at GOT Sound Studio in Columbia, South Carolina. This is the All About Nothing podcast. The views expressed on this program are the opinions of the host. Some content and subject matter may not be appropriate. Listener discretion is advised. Listeners are encouraged to follow the show at theallaboutnothing.com for links to social media and more. Listeners can call the show at 803-672-0533. Thank you for listening.
All right, welcome to another episode of the All About Nothing podcast. I am Barrett Gruber.
I'm Jerry Seinfeld.
I assumed you were going to do an intro.
I'm Dave Chappelle.
I don't have one today.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm joined by DJ to the Queens, Trent Clark, and man who thinks Chris Rock should have referenced Alien in his joke with Jada Smith.
Would have worked over
Zach
there.
King.
Yeah, she should have.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. Why not?
Yeah.
I think it probably would not have gone over well. You know, I saw this week, apparently, one of the characters in Alien that was a regular character, and I assume they mean Sigourney Weaver's character, was
Not
trans.
Bishop?
Was trans.
Really.
That was what I heard.
And Euphoria one is trans.
Yeah.
That movie was made in 1983. Ain't
No,
nobody-
Euphoria. I'm talking about the actual movie.
There have been trans
Yeah,
people.
before. You think that was the first one in like 2020?
Sigourney Weaver wasn't trans in that.
Well, I don't know. I don't know which character was. I'm assuming
Bishop
it
was an android. He could have been.
It could have been a co-star.
Like, for real trans or in the movie?
Yeah, in the movie.
Oh.
Yeah, the character was trans.
No.
Okay.
That's like shitting on Sigourney Weaver, though, a little
Yeah,
right?
a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. I mean, especially if it was Sigourney Weaver.
Like if you can't get a trans person, you got to make them. You got to get somebody that's not.
Like Sigourney, so we got you in here for this role because you kind of look like a man. No, not fair.
Yeah.
Not
That's
fair.
crazy.
Hey. Like, what if they like cast you in a movie and they're like, you're playing a trans because you just got it.
No, hell no. Hell no.
I mean,
I'm not against.
Go get a real
I'm
trans,
pro
man.
trans, right, and everything, but like if you cast, like go get a trans person. Don't cast me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair.
go get a real one.
no, that is fair, and I agree. I think that's probably appropriate.
And that's the reason why Euphoria worked.
I still haven't watched it.
You got to.
The show?
Yes.
Hey,
I can't stand that shit.
What?
I do want to open up.
Y'all missing out.
It's just drugs.
I'll watch it at some point.
And then raping of teenagers.
It's not really that,
I do quick.
but it is that.
We brought it up recording the pod a little while ago, but Gilbert Gottfried passed away yesterday.
Yeah.
And this is another like Bob Saget one to me, because Gilbert Gottfried was someone that, like, anytime like I heard that he was gonna be on Howard Stern, if like he was on the lineup to be on Howard Stern, like I tuned into that episode specifically and listened to make sure that I got to hear that.
He made it.
Yeah. He was the voice of Hidalgo in Disney's Aladdin, and just like Bob Saget, Gilbert was considered to be a very blue comic, but would draw cult-like fans. Passed away yesterday at the age of 67 from what has not been disclosed, but has been described as a long illness.
Yeah, basically, from what I understood, his heart failed because it's a muscle type disorder.
Gotcha.
That was what it affected.
Well, he was a cast member on SNL for a little while.
Yeah, it wasn't too long.
No, he was
He really
also
didn't need it.
Beverly Hills Cop 2. He was in that one.
Was
Yeah, and his biggest claim to fame, of course, and people don't realize this, but he made a lot of money as the voice of the Aflac Duck until that was taken away.
That makes sense. I honestly did not know that, though.
He said that it was the easiest dime he ever made.
Aflac! Done.
Yeah.
What's that other kid? It was like a kid's movie. A really bad kid.
Well, I know he also did the PBS show where he was the robot bird at one point. I thought.
It's
I can't remember what it was called. But.
Damn, it was like a kid's movie.
All I know is he's sick jokes.
That's good.
But he was pretty. It was like it was the kid. The kid was really bad, and he got like he wanted to be like
Was
a
it
clown.
Problem Child?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Redheaded kid?
Yeah,
Yes.
I do.
John Ritter?
Yeah, Ritter
Yes,
was in that.
great movie.
Was he in that?
Yes, he was the.
They made like 4 of them, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, something like that.
yeah, it was a good movie.
That was a good movie.
Yeah, well, you watch it now as like an adult and a father.
It's pretty funny.
Well, it's funny, but you're also like, that
Gary?
little son of a bitch.
Yeah, you like he was saying stuff I didn't know what he was saying at first, but now I get it now. You know what I'm saying?
Who ginger kid is this?
Hey, I've been working on an impression of Mitch McConnell lately.
Was it a tickle fight?
I wanted to. This is Mitch McConnell. I wanted to come on what the pod was like to tell you that this is a liberal haven.
Barrett Gruber.
My name is Barrett Gruber.
We actually had Mitch McConnell come in, and he left you a message.
Yeah. What did he say?
Donate an unsolved.
Nope. Wrong one. Fail.
Oh, it wasn't that? That's Robert Stack. He came in too.
Spirit, this is Mitch McConnell. I challenge you to tickle fight, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Oh, yeah.
He had been drinking and just picked up the phone.
That sounds right. That's right.
That sound like Mitch.
I'm sick of goddamn all about nothing.
liberal haven.
Do I have to dial 9 to get out?
So it's been another week. Lots of stuff in the news. We have a new prop to go through and pick out our.
Well, the camera's seeing it. You got to turn it this way now.
Yeah. So
I kind of feel like somebody made this in their garage and sells them on Amazon.
I feel like it too.
Because it definitely looks like conduit piping holding up the thing.
Yeah.
Something from a chair.
It works though, doesn't it?
It does work.
Does sound like a doorstop when you spin it.
It does sound like a door, but I figured that'd be you know what? And just in case, I'm gonna get this little microphone right here a little bit closer to it, so that we get the sound there.
Oh my God.
All right. Well, do we want to go ahead and get it started? And we'll.
Yeah, go ahead, man. You
spin
you
it.
first.
No, you spin it.
No, man,
I'll
you.
hold it. You spin it.
Okay.
Can I say all of our handwriting looks very fucking similar?
Yeah, it does. All right. So the first one is how would you die? So this is mine. So Richard Moore has been sent notice of his execution will occur 4 weeks from April 7th. So this was just recently. South Carolina Supreme Court issued their execution notice just last week.
We can all call it a death note.
Yeah, it's essentially a death note. So, and this is just to give a little history. On September 16th, 1999, Moore entered a Spartanburg County convenience store with a gun. Without a gun.
So this is local.
Yeah, to try and rob the business. Now, after the clerk, James Mahoney, pulled out his own gun to stop Moore, the two started fighting. The gun was fired and in the scuffle, and it killed Mahoney.
I remember this.
Yeah, as Moore left, he then shot a bystander, missed, then was involved in a traffic accident. When police arrived at the scene, Moore, who is black, did not resist arrest. He has been on death row now for 21 years. So if
he had to be freaking out.
Oh yeah, for sure. He was going to rob the place without a gun, and then it went bad.
Yeah.
Which, you had to figure it was probably going to go bad, but not that bad. You didn't know that, walking into it, you didn't assume you were going to wind up shooting and killing somebody.
Well, the shit is that he fired at somebody.
Right, as he was leaving.
Yeah, it's not a good look.
So if Moore 57 is executed in a month, so on April 29th, he will be the first person executed in the state of South Carolina since 2011. Now, how he's going to die is uncertain at this point. Yeah. By the state law, Moore now must choose a method of execution 14 days prior to his execuation date. So by the time our next episode comes along, episode 107, this is 106.
He's going to choose tickle fight.
Yeah. Now, the state, by state law, Moore must choose his method, and the state no longer has drugs needed to kill people with lethal injections.
Did they give him one of these?
I mean,
the spinning board?
No, I think he just gets to go. Is it going to be electric chair or is it going to be death by gun? Is he going to be shot?
Death by gun.
Yeah,
and they don't shoot you in the face.
I honestly, I would.
That's worse.
I absolutely
That's so bad.
No. I would
That's
prefer.
worse.
I would prefer to take a bullet in the chest and just kill me instantly.
I'd be like,
it's
give me
not
the
gonna
gun
be
and let me do
instantly
it.
because you're gonna be breathing in and out.
No, not necessarily. These are all sharpshooters. So
That don't mean the bullets.
no,
Bullets don't have
happens is
a target,
the
man.
design-
People live when they have a knife implanted in their brain.
Yeah.
in their
It's different. If the nervous system gets severed by this bullet, when this bullet goes through, and that's the design, is the bullet, whoever fires the killing bullet, it's designed just to go straight through and kill them
From
instantly.
any angle.
But that's so
Doesn't matter
ridiculous.
the angle.
I
Yeah.
would rather them give me a crown of C4 and let me blow my own head off.
I'd rather they do away with the whole stupid thing anyway. I think that capital punishment
Yeah.
is something that should have been abandoned a long time ago. We
Very
are
murderous.
one of
Along with hanging, right?
yeah, for sure. But
but hanging and guillotine, no one can tell you how long your head is still like.
oh yeah, that seems cruel and unusual to me. Guillotine and hanging, electric chair, and they're all, as far as I'm concerned, cruel and unusual.
The
How
hanging-
it's so barbaric.
Yeah, It's ridiculous at this point.
Hanging motherfuckers.
Now, executions conducted in South Carolina were no exemption. More than 20 teenagers in South Carolina have been executed. Seems like a lot.
South Carolina killed a fucking 10-year-old black kid.
Yeah.
Every
On Black
teenager, every teenager in South Carolina that's been killed by execution, legal execution, has been black.
Yeah, of course.
Every single one.
Of course.
Death penalty was reinstated in South Carolina in 1976. 43 people have been executed in South Carolina since then.
And half of that is bad lawyers.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
There was, I guarantee you, at least 100 people been killed that didn't need to be.
Last year, South Carolina published a series of stories that revealed that the closer South Carolina execution workers were to the act of killing, the more mental and physical pain they experienced.
I think of that movie Life.
Yeah. Absolutely.
They locked them dudes up forever.
Oh, yeah.
On some shit they did not do.
Facts. And that's happening right now.
Absolutely.
So,
you can't kill somebody because you're never certain. People who get life, get out. The hurricane, the whole Bob Dylan song.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't even do that shit, and his ass was in prison for 40 years.
Yep.
You're right.
Yep.
And there ain't no check anybody can write for 40 years of your life.
Nope, absolutely not. So yeah, by next week's episode, we should have the choice of how Richard Moore has decided that his execution will be carried out. Not to be morbid on the first story, but I didn't select it.
Always death.
The board picked it. So if we come back up on one that's already been picked, we'll just go to the one immediately to the left. And then to the left again until we get to one.
Okay, so keep her going.
Yeah. All right. Trent, you ready to spin again?
That's crazy.
Luck of the draw.
We're going role play or not.
Yeah.
Or he's
we'll just spin it again.
Spinning is pretty cool.
Heavy hand.
I got hand out too.
Role play or not.
Fate wasn't having it.
3 times.
Yeah.
3 times. That's pretty amazing. Trent, is this one yours?
Yes.
All right. Well, that's
I
exciting.
need the Bluetooth.
Okay. Well, Bluetooth is on, so we're gonna let Trent connect to that. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed that South Carolina is, despite the fact that there is enough evidence to show that both the firing squad and the electric chair are both in a lot of places considered cruel and unusual, that South Carolina would still say, those are your options.
Nothing about South Carolina legislation surprises me, especially when the Civil War is going to come. South Carolina's I'll be the first.
Oh, yeah.
We actually got a guy for this, Jefferson. Yeah. Step up. This is Mr. Jefferson Davis.
He can be president.
Yeah.
Or Mitch McConnell was there.
So was damn
strong. Huh? No, what was the role play?
Yeah.
The role play. What was the roles?
This feels like it's going to be so wrong.
It's so wrong. I'm going to tell you right now. I've never talked about this.
Ah, shit.
Dun, dun, dun.
I like to be like a runaway slave.
Okay, no.
Man, oh, shit. Oh, my God.
What?
I like to play like a runaway slave.
Okay.
I like to play like a disobedient slave with a white woman.
So tell me what you say.
Yes, Master. I was sorry.
It's just two. It's 2 of them. It's like me getting whooped, right?
You get whooped?
It's like I play like you whipping, but most of them don't want to play like that. This nigga.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what white woman goes along with this?
They don't want to play like that. They don't.
Okay.
This is my.
Down in South Carolina, I'm sure they would.
Listen, you're gonna act like your master's wife.
And I'm the runaway.
And I just got whooped by Massa for eyeballing me.
I am.
That's fucking weird, right?
That's crazy.
Is
that a role play
if
or
he goes
not?
to Mississippi, I think they just think that's sex.
That was Mano.
So just to set that up, basically he was saying that in a role playing sexual thing, he would play a runaway slave to a white master woman.
This is Mano. High haters.
Does he?
That is such a.
So when he suffered his brain injury, was it?
He's been shot at before, so he probably got PTSD or something.
Was he being shot at?
Is that
role
not
playing?
then? Not
so
then.
do we call that a kink? Is that a kink?
Yeah, is that a role play or not?
No, that is not a role play.
Oh my
I don't know. I don't want to classify that as a role play because I feel like
you can't do that.
Somewhere the Geneva Convention has probably said something about whether or not this should be allowed.
Yeah, because dude,
only in the Philippines or where.
Say if the roles were reversed and you were caught in that situation and some chick's now I want you to treat me like a slave, and I want you to say it all. You're like, where's the camera?
Yeah.
Like, are you setting
No,
me
my
up?
question is where's the jar that's going to hold the $5 every time she says the N-word too?
You got a jar or
Like
something? Is that what you're trying to do
in this
here?
scenario, is he okay with the N-word by this white?
He didn't say. I don't know if he said it in the interview, but
Well, he's being beat like a runaway slave. I'm pretty sure that's in the deck. Like, I don't fucking know what to tell you. That's not a good look for him.
that's crazy, right?
It's not. It really isn't.
Trent, as a black man,
That's dating a white woman. I do not play that slave.
No.
Yeah,
Just
let me
wanna let
ask.
you know
Let
that.
me ask.
you would instantly be like, so what's going on?
Yeah, what we doing tonight?
Can we call Nikki real quick and just ask her if
Nah.
that's no fair? All right, we won't do that. Mitch McConnell is gonna have to figure out a place for Trent to go live.
Jesus Christ, I'm sitting talking about sacrifice. I'm talking about being runaway slaves.
All right, last time I talked about runaway slaves was when I
T.I.'s comedic set
when they
was
were
not
running
entirely welcomed as he took to the stage at April Fool's Comedy Jam at Brooklyn's Barclay Center. Videos from the event show fans booing him, and he's since responded to the bad performance and taken the boos as a constructive criticism. Embracing every part of the process, enjoying every step of the journey. We don't fold, we fight. Fall or fly till the bitter end. New York, I love you and thank you for one of my favorite moments in my comedic career. Adversity is just what I do. Shit gets easy and I get bored, so this ought to keep my mind at work and motivated. At Rip Michaels, thanks for inviting me out and allowing me the opportunity to share the stage with some greats, T.I. shared. At Rubicon ATL, you know what the fuck is going on. I can't wait to hit the stage again. In closing, if you live for the cheers, you will die by the boo.
Emotional damage.
The biggest joke he ever told was, I gotta go get my daughter's hymen checked to make sure she ain't fucking.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
That was him. I forgot that was.
Yeah, that was him.
That's a level of crazy I just not prepared for.
Is anyone?
And he hasn't came back since that.
Nope.
Does anyone
Nope.
have any consideration? Is it even remotely possible that T.I. would be funny?
Oh,
I
yes.
like him. I like him in certain movies. I
Yes.
think he has like good
Okay.
comedy. I don't think
Whoever his writer
So
is.
he's doing
for him.
stand up.
Yes, like stand up,
Oh,
like Michael
he's got
Blackson
it
and all them.
Michael Blackson.
Yeah,
Do I
he's
need
like
to
on the
put,
same stage.
do I need to
that
put
that happened in
$5?
New
We're,
York.
Do I need to
talking
put
about different
$5?
Michael Black.
Do I need to put $5 in the jar?
The motherfucker.
Is this
No,
a?
different Michael Black.
I like
What?
how we just keep interrupting each other.
White Hot American Summer, the movie. Michael Ian Black.
Oh yeah.
Different Michael Black.
No,
Oh,
this
okay.
is Michael Blackson. This is a African.
Black Sun.
Yeah,
Oh,
Blackson.
no. Different Michael Black.
Yeah, I don't know that I would. I've seen T.I. act.
I want to hear. I would love to hear like his
I-
stand-up jokes. What
yeah.
is what does he have to joke about?
How long has he been doing stand up too?
It's like this fresh. This I think it's just a New
It's
Year.
just this New Year.
I'm not gonna hate on him. His set might have been shit, but people gotta give him a break. If he's
It's New York. You got to know what
First of
time it
all-
is in New York.
that was at
And-
Comedy Cellar.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's where you go to test out
Stand-up is
material.
not easy.
No, and
Like if you don't have the ability
Alright.
to just kind of roll with it.
yeah,
like
so
that is not easy.
he's being killed because they're expecting something from him when
because he's T.I.
Yes.
Right.
You should
They're-
have writers.
Yes,
That's what they're saying.
All right, so I think that's probably overblown. I bet he did have good jokes, but people just started shitting on him
Because it's
quickly.
T.I.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, I think that he probably had some good jokes, and people just not giving him a chance. I would love to hear that.
I would too.
I would love to hear that
I imagine that there's probably TikTok or
because now that he's actually doing stand up. He was at Comedy Cellar. I mean, even like professional comedians, you'll go to like the Comedy Store in LA.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
And you'll be sitting there watching Nobodies, and then all of a sudden they'll be like, "Oh, guess what? Seth Rogen wants to do a set tonight."
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
whomever. Tom Segura's here. Joe Rogan's here. Someone's coming in that you
Yeah.
didn't even. They show up at like midnight to test out sets, and that man's not going to get any room to do that.
Yeah.
Especially in the New York and the Comedy Cellar.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to go to like Kentucky's Blue Room or
Oh,
something
yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
and like literally try it out for people who ain't gonna know who the fuck he is.
Columbia's Comedy House.
Yeah, he-
Is it
In the
Comedy
country,
House
they
still
know who
open?
T.I. is, bro.
Dude, I mean, I'm sure, but would you instantly?
He's the king of the South.
So if he tried to like alter his looks
That's
a
what his
little
name
bit,
is, man.
if he tried to alter his look a little bit and come in, I bet he could throw you off that you don't know exactly who he is at first.
And then his jokes would probably punch.
So he needs to be
I
incognito.
think what it was is I agree with Zach. I think the expectation was this is T.I. He's gonna be fire
gonna
the
kill
whole
it,
time.
yeah.
Maybe he should change his stage name
he should.
Agreed.
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
it.
Yes,
It's
because
just T.I.
I agree.
That would be crazy.
He needs a comedy
That's
alter
nice.
ego. He needs that.
I agree.
If he really wants to do that, I think that would be the way to go. Right?
It, man. T.I. Go with it.
What's
Go
his
with
real
it.
name?
No, it's like I don't know.
Stan
Tremaine or something, I think.
Fridgman.
Maybe.
Terrence.
Maybe a Terrence.
Ignacio.
Maybe a Terrence. We can look it up.
He can go on as Rubber Band Man. Be
Oh,
done
yeah.
with it.
The Spinners.
Mm.
Rubber Band Man Spinners.
I love.
That's a great song. That is such a good song.
The Rubber Band.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Good song. All right. Let's see. We got a couple more minutes. Do another one real quick. We'll see where this one lands. Please.
I know y'all
please,
loving the
please.
sound.
I know it's great, right? Oklahoma, your town stinks. That one's mine.
I'm feeling left out.
Officials in Oklahoma City said that they are investigating a mysterious odor described as sewer-like. That was confirmed to not be coming from the city's sewage treatment plant.
It was Barrett's ass.
Yeah, the city of Glenpool said in a Facebook post that officials are aware of a sewer-like smell in some parts of the city, but investigators have yet to determine the source of the odor. The city said that Oklahoma Department of Environmental Quality recently inspected the city's sewer plant and determined that the facility is not responsible for the foul smell.
What do they do? Like walking like, not here.
Yeah. They are actively investigating the issue to determine what is causing the smell, the post said. If you've witnessed anything unusual and you think it might be a contributing factor, please contact us. That's the environmental control people. That is, I don't know how large Glenpool, Oklahoma is, but
the whole thing smells like ass.
It's basically described that is if you
have you been to Charleston?
That's fair.
Do you know what Charleston smells like?
Are you talking about like before you get over the Ravenhole Bridge or whatever?
Yeah, Ravenel.
But that's because they're
The
making
sea marsh.
paper. Well, it's a paper plant.
Same thing with Savannah. So you cross that stinky ass bridge to get over.
But you're in Charleston, Barrett. It's beautiful, but it stinks. Let's be real.
There's a tattered history.
All right,
of
so
Charleston.
take away the beauty. You're in Glenpool, Oklahoma,
Mm.
and now it smells.
You take away the buildings, it's just a fucking swamp.
That's very true.
New York has been dealing with smog their whole lives.
This is also true.
A self-created smog. Like, you suffer your shit.
Now they got the idle law.
The idle law?
Yeah, you heard about it?
What is the idle law?
So it's like people like me and you on our way to work.
Are we leaving Zach out of this?
No,
I
like,
can't tell. Were you looking at me?
I'm looking at everybody.
Oh, how does he? Okay,
Like me and you. When I say me
Us?
and you, like
I kind of look at him like a mascot. You don't know where the face hole is. But
in this scenario, Trent is wearing sunglasses and we can't tell where he's looking.
and he's dying laughing at him.
So look. me and you were on our way to work, right?
Sure.
So
You and I.
Yeah. So we see a couple of trucks idling.
Okay.
If I take that video, I get money.
Of a
Wait.
truck just sitting there wasting.
Yes.
Oh.
What?
And people have
Hold
made
on.
up to
Where is this?
like $40,000
Where
in a year
where
in
is
New
this?
York.
By snitching.
In
By
New York.
snitching.
So it's called the idle law. So
Yes.
if you see someone idling in their truck,
100%.
is it just a truck or any vehicle? Specifically trucks.
It's usually trucks.
Okay.
I hope it's double time if there's a motherfucker at a gas station with his truck running while
Like
he's
UPS
inside.
trucks and shit. Maybe.
That is shocking. And great.
Yes.
What for diesel engines? That's so inefficient.
Oh, of course.
I don't. Quit snitching on people in New York. What the fuck? Look, stop it.
That's a lot of money.
All right. On that, we're going to take a break. We'll come back. The All About Nothing podcast. All right, Nothingers, I want to cue you in about a friend of the pod, Blank Canvas Brand. If you own a business or restaurant and the time has come to build that unique brand, you have got to get a hold of Blank Canvas Brand. Blank Canvas Brand specializes in brand identity, including logos, business cards, flyers, and anything else to promote your business. And now, Blank Canvas Brand offers printing services to help with your clothing needs, including sports teams. I can tell you from our own experience, Blank Canvas Brand is responsible for our logo, as well as the Bowl of Duty bowling team logo, and we couldn't be happier with what's been produced. For more information, you can search Facebook for Blank Canvas, or you can email Blank Canvas at theallaboutnothing.com. That's BLNKCANVS at theallaboutnothing.com. You can find links in the Friends of the Pod section of our website. Visit theallaboutnothing.com. Hey everyone, I want to take a quick moment to mention one of our new sponsors, thepaintedmoment.com. That's thepaintedmoment.com. Check this out. Have you ever taken a photo with your phone or digital camera that would look amazing as a watercolor canvas painting? Well, now there's a website ready to take your photo and turn it into digital painted moments. This is how it works. Visit thepaintedmoment.com, follow the instructions, and your digital photo will be enhanced and returned to you with links on where you can have an image printed to canvas or whatever else you'd like to do with it. We've already got a couple of these enhanced photos hanging around the house, and trust me, you'll love what comes out. Thepaintedmoment.com. Create a painted moment in time from your digital photos. Thepaintedmoment.com. Seriously, check them out today. Thepaintedmoment.com. What is a vaccine? What is a virus? What is a mask? What's a Sasquatch? These are all valid questions, and to answer them in one breath, prevention, potentially deadly, potentially life-saving, and don't be stupid. Look, the coronavirus from 2019 has caused a global pandemic that continues to ravage our planet, leaving victims and survivors. But you can do your part. In the United States, as well as most countries around the world, the COVID-19 vaccine is available at little to no cost. Regardless of your politics, this virus has the potential to cause irreparable harm to you and vulnerable family members and friends. We have an opportunity through the efforts of medical science to balance the scales against this disease and its variants. And look, I don't understand how the vaccine works, even though I've heard it described countless times by countless experts. And even though none of that makes any sense to me, I do recognize that the money and effort spent on the vaccine has not been wasted. And it's not a global positioning transmitter being embedded in your arm. You're holding that in your hand, listening to this. So get the vaccine. Protect yourself. Protect your loved ones. Hell, protect the guy standing behind you waiting on his taco supreme and nacho fries. Let that be the reason his organs shut down. For more information, visit covid19.nih.gov for actual science information. We have to thank our sponsor, GOT Sound Studio, and its owner and operator, Dominique Stewart, better known as Neek the Geek. GOT Sound Studios offers a variety of recording experiences from music, voice, and instrumental recordings and production, as well as podcasts. GOT Sound Studio is located in Columbia, South Carolina, and operated by the most talented producer and engineer in the business. GOT Sound Studio is a Black-owned business. Bring your recording business needs here. You can find details on their Facebook page or by calling 803-243-2302 or emailing gotsounds@theallaboutnothing.com. That's gotsounds@theallaboutnothing.com. You can find links in the Friends of the Pod section of our website. Visit theallaboutnothing.com.
It's your boy, Mother Producer, and you tune in to All About Nothing Podcast.
All right, welcome back to the show, the All About Nothing Podcast. Trent Clark, Zach King, Barrett Gruber.
We're here.
Always and forever.
Always and forever.
I'll be with you.
All right, we want to jump back into it. We're going to spin again.
I think they're my stories. I don't.
Do you think your stories are weighing it down? All right, we're going to go one to the left. Burger of Champions.
Oh, shit.
How do we get there?
Yeah, it's
I was
weird.
like, it's not going to land on mine. Oh, there it is. So, as we know, right, the Atlanta Braves are world champions.
That is correct.
Correct.
Very much so.
And they lost their first game.
They lost
year.
their, yeah, they
Won
okay.
their first series. No, they drew their first series.
Yeah, it was a draw in the first series. They lost the second series. They lost to the Nats today. So
they did trade blows between those games. It was like a 13-1 run and then like
13-1,
16
16-4.
Yeah.
And then today was 3-1.
Everybody was tired. Anyway, so out of USA Today, and this is fantastic, and I want to get y'all's opinion on it, but Braves to sell a $151 burger at Truist Park.
Wait, $151
burger.
Okay.
It's the champion burger.
At Truist Park,
right?
With option to buy a World Series ring for $25. Now, what it doesn't tell you, when you buy that burger, you also get a replica ring.
I'm okay.
But
all right.
To be able to buy the actual ring, which I'm sure the real ones gotta be even more.
Yeah.
Barrett, can we get 3 rings
from the Braves?
Yeah, just $25,000. I mean, you're talking
they're $25,000 a piece for the actual rings. You're asking
talking 75.
No, I'm asking you to get the replicas.
Oh, the replicas.
Yeah, get 3 of them.
I'll see.
Those jokers are $200 a pop.
Oh no, we can all chip in. That'd be something cool.
I don't know that I want to pay $200. I know they're going to be giving them away.
So I don't even have to read the story, but it is. You go by the burger. It's Wagyu beef, so it's a cow that had a nice life and then was massaged to death.
I understand what Wagyu is, man, sir.
Yeah, I'm just explaining.
I got you.
You said massaged
and
to
it
death?
has whatever other toppings you
It
want.
was
and stuff.
massaged.
And then you get a replica ring on top of it. So for $151 who here would spend that on the burger and the ring?
Me. That's why I said what's up.
Absolutely.
I gotta be honest.
I would do it.
So let me just describe
I
for
need
you.
The
a
burger
replica
is
ring.
the burger meal itself is at least $75.
Facts.
10 games a year. The Braves restaurants, they sell only 10 times a year. They sell this burger called it's like the Beasteria or whatever.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a hamburger bun with all the fixings, lettuce, tomato, onions, whatnot, and then a 1 pound burger on top.
It's ridiculous.
And then something like a 1/4 pound of cheese.
Yeah.
That gets put on top of this.
Don't
And
they
then-
put chicken wings?
No. What they do is they do top it with a pepperoni pizza.
That's what it is.
It's the Pizzazilla or something like that. But
You don't get no ring for that.
No, but it's not $100. It's also not $150. But
Wagyu beef burger with the ring, I'm in.
They giving you the McDonald's meat. They lying.
I'd put that on a credit card.
Have you ever had
Wagyu?
Wagyu burger?
Yes, 100%.
You've had Wagyu? I've never had it.
I don't know if I've had Wagyu ever.
I don't know that. I don't think
Y'all
that
don't go
I
to
have.
steak restaurants?
I've had good sweet meat.
I have had
some
a
Wagyu, I don't
Longhorn. I've had Longhorn's like really good beef burger.
I never been to Halls.
Where?
Halls?
No.
I've never. I want to try Wagyu really badly, and it looks beautiful, like the marbling all between the meat and stuff, and like
Yeah.
I want that, but I've never
Tried it.
It took the ring to get me in, right?
Y'all never been to Cola?
No. Where's that?
That's like downtown.
From here.
Trent's all bougie and shit.
No, man, it's just
a
like-
little bougie. You hear him flexing.
It's
if
not
you can't,
flex.
If you can't hear him flexing,
I used to work at Widash.
I don't. Okay, I drove.
How much
so
is a Wagyu steak?
Here's a
that you
joke.
got?
Here's
And
a-
how many ounces was it?
Here's a joke I have about Widash. So I
Mm.
drove past Widash one time. They had a brand new sign out front. Somebody must have bought an end table.
I had a guy offer
Nah,
me
the
a job.
pandemic happened.
I had a
They
guy.
had to get the bigger "We're open" sign.
Right. Yeah.
I had a guy
Yeah.
offer me to, like, he was a subcontractor for Rooms to Go to put new furniture in people's houses.
Yeah.
I think the day before I was like, I don't want to fucking do that.
Yeah. I would not.
No, I quit.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
wouldn't
doing
either.
it. I can't.
It's
Because
a-
Goodwill had me moving old furniture. I'm not doing that.
I wasn't
Yeah.
even moving the furniture. I was selling it.
Oh, for real?
I ain't have to touch it. Come on, man. What do you think I am?
I don't know. I was used to
The
grunt
help?
work for like the first
He
24
thinks
years
I'm
of
the help,
my
Barrett.
fucking life. That's what I was. This is why I'm
I know
referring that.
because you look like the help.
Fuck you, Trent. White hate. It's real.
Oh,
White lives matter.
What, what Zach is saying there is not true. There's no such thing as
Yeah,
white.
no, Mitch McConnell's like, I think Zach's onto something. Goddammit, there it is, right there.
Say it again, white boy.
It's
Zach, if you'll help me tickle fight both of them, we'll take them down.
a haven for liberalism.
What'd you say? Someone give him a thing of lettuce.
All right, all right, for real. Let's put our money together and get these rings, man. Come on.
Is that what you want to do?
We're going. Let's go. Let's go to a game.
All right, let's go to a game. All right, we are on to role play. Nope. What does that say? 23 inches where? Oh, Zach's live, and this must be on his.
Nipples? That'd be kind of crazy. 23 inches of nipple.
Every girl says that to me. 23 inches? Where?
Right here.
So, from IFL, and we remember IFL science. I fucking love science.
Right.
Yeah, a couple geek again.
Italian doctors.
I mean, plug them.
IFL science. Absolutely. Italian doctors invent new tool to remove 23-inch dildo from man's rectum.
Nope.
There's an
23.
X-ray.
Nope.
There's an X-ray.
Wow.
So, medical professionals are well versed in removing large objects from people's rectums.
When he felt it hitting the back of his neck,
Yeah.
was that wasn't an indicator?
when it gave him the hiccups.
Bruh, hell no.
So now a team of physicians at AAST Grand Hospital in Milan have added a new tool to the arsenal after a particularly challenging instance forced them to innovate. Writing in BMJ case reports, endoscopist Dr. Lorenzo Discordi had his colleagues detail the treatment of a 31-year-old man who presented to the emergency room with a girthy 60-centimeter, 23-inch rubber dildo lodged inside him. During the initial examination and questioning by the staff on duty, the man explained that the toy was, quote, not removable by hand. clearly, because
Well,
you're here, sir.
And there's a suction. You know,
Right.
there's a suction issue.
And had been stuck for 24 hours. So then he got afraid after like a day and a night.
Because he didn't push it out himself.
He's like, I'm not pooping this out. Yeah. Yeah, other than some mild abdominal pain, he was feeling fine.
Yeah, I imagine. I imagine. I mean, besides the leaky anus afterwards, I imagine he was probably okay.
My butthole hasn't closed, and when the wind blows, I blow a D note.
Here's what it sounds like.
When an X-ray revealed the sheer magnitude of the problem, he was referred
Why
to
do you keep using these bigger words to describe?
Dr. Discordia's team then tried multiple standard approaches to remove an item from an asshole, including snaring it with a wire loop that is otherwise used to remove polyps. And in distancing with the dilating balloon, then they grabbing with forceps. None of it fucking worked. Apparently.
Okay, so you know what I'm getting from this? Doctors can literally go to the warehouse and get something to get out of you.
Well, I'm assuming the trick is that this dildo had balls, and they couldn't get the lasso around the balls.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Continue.
It went up his ass point first.
So did his ass sphincter close around it?
It had to. It went. I think they kept trying to get it back out, and just like it went further. He's like, your butt really likes this thing.
Too
like,
far.
It's keeping it.
Oh my god,
it's too far.
So, hoping to avoid the last resort of a highly invasive surgery, they built a homemade device out of medical wire pushed through a stent tube, which is insane.
Yeah.
Unlike existing polyp snares, the team's guide wire lasso was rigid enough to loop around the sex toy. Pull it away. So this is basically looks like they were like, "Go get me paracord."
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah,
and they had to work it in there with it.
I guess the thing that removed the polyps, the wire broke under the pressure of trying to remove this. And there has to be a vacuum when your intestines are sealed around it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it said it was girthy, and it is literally up the side of him, which questions how like your intestine runs.
Well, I'm guessing that his intestines moved.
So it's 23. It's almost 2 foot long.
Yeah,
and his ass ate it.
Yeah, I'm guessing that his intestines moved to accommodate.
They had to have.
Yeah,
but he was fine. Outside of like pressure.
I feel like he may be just kind of he's flexing on that one.
I could eat something weird and be like cramps. He's like
crazy.
23-inch dildo all the way in my ass.
How do you tell your kids?
Kids?
I'm thinking to the guy who puts a 23-inch dildo in his ass doesn't have any.
Yeah, well, let's not assume.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he could have adopted some, but then this has to go in the report of why he can't
not really.
adopt
He can
anything.
still make them.
Zach, I have to ask you a question about this.
He's making poor life decisions when he's like 23-inch dildo. I'll take that.
Gotta ask you a question. So we have this Republican representative.
So it says, quote, we finally succeeded
Cawthorn.
in the
That's his name.
endoscopic extraction of the device, catching the distal edge of the dildo. With this
the front, the back.
We suggest this new technique as a valid option to remove large foreign bodies from the colon. Listen, the other option is quit sticking too big of stuff up your butt.
You know what? Though, if we didn't have the medical science industry in Milan, we wouldn't know this thing.
Do you think that this guy do you think do you think that this guy who put this in his ass now puts like a safety rope like a cave diver?
I'm guessing he's no longer the guy that takes it. I'm guessing he's the guy that
he's like
I've met my match.
That's the last time I
nothing over 12 for my ass. You know the rules.
Is that a Guinness World Record?
From now on, truth or dare is only truth.
It's got to be a Guinness World Record, right?
Who's keeping the record?
Somebody
Guinness,
has.
I assume in this situation
they have records that nobody wants.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, like longest finger.
So you can't just forget about the biggest object shows up somebody's ass. You know what I mean? That's got to go in there.
There's medical evidence.
When was enough? Like, all right, 2 foot, and you're just putting it up somebody's ass. You're like, still enough?
That should have been on Ridley's Believe It or Not.
So there was, I can't remember.
So then Bill Shatner has to introduce it on the TV show. That's essentially what
No, that's the one that they show afterwards, the last part.
Oh.
The voice just says everything.
Yeah.
I think I heard this from a
whole voice.
It was either Tom Segura or his podcast, I believe. But it was a story about they had a friend who said he could fit a light bulb in his mouth, and they put the light bulb in his mouth, and then he couldn't get the light bulb out of his mouth.
It's a mistake.
So they took a cab or an Uber to the hospital
with this light bulb in his mouth.
with the guy with the light bulb in his mouth, and they're like,
and that's
eventually what the doctors did was like break the light bulb, but they like surgically took all the shit out.
See, and
like,
that's not how Uncle Fester did it.
No, but
it was
listen,
the other way.
Listen, when they were about to leave the hospital, the driver came in with a light bulb stuck in his mouth because he saw that he did it and he thought maybe he could do it, and it was the same.
And this is how the internet. This is how the internet went wrong.
This is how we're just fucking apes. Like we're part of the animal kingdom. What do? We shove 23-inch dildos up our asses and we try to put light bulbs in our mouths.
Okay, so listen. This might be a conspiracy. You just said we're going back to being apes. You know how there is...
No, we are great apes.
But listen, you know how it's a picture of the monkey going from...
being on all fours to standing and walking.
Oh, that's a very inaccurate representation.
But it might be accurate because, listen, we are human and we're going back to monkey because the NFT, the biggest one, is a fucking monkey.
The biggest NFT.
They're making the monkey cool.
It's for idiots. I'm not buying into the NFT shit.
You have to now.
I don't.
Facebook is with it.
Facebook is selling NFTs?
Yes.
They can NFT my nuts.
Y'all better get with it or get lost, man. You're going to get lost.
I don't think I'm the one getting lost.
You are going to get lost. You're going to lose out on some money, sir.
I don't think I am.
The All About Nothing NFT game has to be crazy.
Listen, take that up. Throw that, grab that flag, charge the way.
Okay.
Do it. I'll be like, good, Trent made $1 million and I didn't. I am willing to take that risk.
That's what they all say.
Honestly,
like, hey man, let me get my cut, man. That is my face.
I do own.
Well, if it is my face, name is like.
Admittedly, I do own some crypto, and it's not done anything.
You said admittedly, begrudgingly.
Admittedly, no. I mean, I got into it because I was told that it was gonna explode. I was like, well, I'll throw $50 at
It's
it.
funny you say that because you leading up to my Trentspiracy.
Well, there we go.
Oh, can I play my Trentspiracy intro?
Yes.
Please. Are you hooked up to the Bluetooth?
I don't need it. I'll just.
Oh, okay.
I just do the damn thing.
Yeah, we're just gonna.
Conspiracies. Tonight on Unsolved Mysteries, Trent Clark. Where does he get these fucking conspiracies from? Does he just make them up? Or could he be onto something much more sinister?
With the music, it's dope.
It is good. All right. Trent.
I like it.
Trentspiracies.
Dang it. Where's
Those
that?
Trent shoved 23-inch dildos in his ass.
I got a Trentspiracy for you. Did someone
while
take
he's
all of
looking?
Trentspiracies?
Did y'all ever watch when? For you, Barrett, it's probably. I don't know. You were working. You were an adult. But when I was in high school, they had a guy who stuck the jar up his ass and it broke.
Yeah.
You watched that?
I recall hearing stories about these
And
incidents.
he screams. Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah.
So as we remember, Barrett says he's afraid of the crypto going down.
No, I'm not afraid of it. I'm afraid that it wasn't a good investment.
That's the face of fear.
Now listen, turn it up. Are we good? We're live. This is gonna come in hot.
We're as live as we're gonna be.
Putin. It's a Ruski conspiracy to fuck up the American economy and the world. It's a long-range plan he started 7-8 years ago. He's going to see the demise of the Western financial world while he's still the head of Russia. He's going to be there long enough.
Through crypto?
Through crypto. Bitcoin, he says. This is a billionaire. Billionaire Dana.
He said, Dan Pena?
Yes, he said Putin is behind Bitcoin.
So that's
absolutely a conspiracy, but
the idea
it's only going to affect people who invest in crypto.
Yeah, I don't own any Bitcoin.
It's a lot of people that got a lot of money in
Didn't
crypto.
somebody buy a pizza with a Bitcoin?
Snoop Dogg?
Was it Snoop Dogg? Somebody bought a pizza with a Bitcoin.
Oh no.
Exploded?
Oh yeah, that was the guy. It was just a regular white guy.
Oh okay.
Yeah, he had like what was it? I think it was like two Bitcoins.
And he traded one for a pizza.
Traded two. Well, he traded both of them for two pizzas.
Was the value of those Bitcoins worth the value of the pizza at the time? But then the pizza guy,
he's missed out on $80 million.
Wow, $80 million for two?
Yeah, 2 Bitcoin right now.
Yeah, but then you have those guys who are like, it's worth 45,000. You should sell it now. And then you're like, damn it. And then 2 days later, you're like, 8 million. Shit.
But yeah, what if Putin is the man?
It's
and
not gonna
and everybody, and what if all our money goes to Bitcoin, and then now we're stuck with
the economy does not run off Bitcoin or any digital.
Not right now.
Well, I did see that there has been the introduction of the idea that the United States come up with its own digital currency.
And Amazon is now taking Bitcoin.
Are they really?
That's big.
Does that not
that is
sound
big.
like government? What does that sound like? Company money back in the day?
Yeah.
Like
When you
work
could buy
and oh, we're paying you in company money. So now you go to the company store,
right?
And you buy company bread and you buy company milk for your family. You can't go buy anything else with it, but no, we have all you need.
Yeah. I don't know. The only reason I assume that, I don't know, because first of all, Russia's basically bankrupt, and it's been bankrupt for years.
What if all their money was in Bitcoin though?
Well, so
an EMP bomb takes out your whole life savings.
They're not going to do that.
Absolutely, because it doesn't destroy anything, just fries everything.
But Bitcoin isn't owned by nobody.
It's on a server somewhere. The only way it physically exists is that it's on a server. It is in the web. You take that out, you're done. And you can drop an EMP bomb and not hurt anybody.
Yeah, I and again, this is one of those things. I want to have somebody on the show that actually knows everything there is, or knows enough to explain to me how digital currencies work and
Jefferson
whatever.
Cash did explain like a little bit of it, and I know him and Neek are making those, or he is making those
NFTs,
characters
yeah.
into NFTs, which is fine. I hope that it is successful, but for me, I don't think it's an old person argument. I'm not begrudgingly doing it. I don't see the merit in it.
I don't understand it. Like I just don't understand how.
And then they mine for it.
Yeah, like you're not mining.
Okay.
You're allowing somebody else to use your
processor.
processor.
I'm gonna tell you how small-minded you might be thinking. Think about how much money you spent to put into your engine, and if you would have put that in Bitcoin today, whenever you did, you would have been a millionaire by now.
No, I mean,
think about how much money you spend on your engine.
Yeah, but it's a gamble, right?
I mean, the engine is really the gamble because
sure thing.
It's gonna break down.
Sure thing. Not after we rebuilt it. Fuck no.
Eventually, everything breaks down.
That Joker ran out of oil because the seal was loose, and it still ran. Put oil back in it. Bam. There's a sure thing, and it's a gamble. Digital currency at the moment is a purely a gamble, and it flexes just like the stock market. The biggest difference being, it's one's accepted, one's not.
Well, like I just said, Amazon accepted it, so it's like $1. I mean, you can spend it like money.
The percentage of people using digital currency to buy stuff from Amazon is nothing. Less than 1%. Guaranteed.
We might have to look that up because you don't think billionaires are using their Bitcoin instead of their money?
No,
I have no idea.
I don't think they became billionaires.
Fuck no, man.
I guarantee it. Less than 1%.
They're buying the groceries with the Bitcoin. So. Come on, man. If you use a credit card, you're definitely buying the Bitcoin with
out
the
of
groceries.
everyone buying shit from Amazon, which is, I would say, $1 billion at least, right?
Yeah,
is that fair?
Gotta be more.
Easily
$1 billion. Let's leave it at $1 billion.
Hey,
less than 1%.
There's no way because
Trent, if you want to go up higher, it's going to look worse from you because then it's going to be like less than 0.5%.
Oh, I guess whatever.
I think that it is a gamble and people want it to be something. So it's kind of like when you barter. What you have is the value that somebody puts into it. So Bitcoin is valuable because somebody says it is. Same thing with money, but there's
it's the same thing with gold.
There's a 500-year established system of this is what we do. Bitcoin's not going to just come in and be like, guess what? Everything's digital now. And it's valuable because we say, but then it just becomes there's no physical tender. We're back to where we started. Am I wrong?
I mean, but you just said last week, how did Elon Musk get his first break? PayPal, right?
PayPal.
So he was one of those people that came through.
That's an
and
account.
was like
That's an
digital.
account that you load with real money.
But it's all digital.
It's just protected.
It's the same thing as crypto.
Nah.
We walk around all day long with. If they give us a Bitcoin debit card, it's the same thing.
Yeah, then what's the point? We just traded some shit for the same shit.
Because you gotta use crypto in the metaverse. That's the way you buy stuff.
I can sign up and load a card up, and it's not crypto.
Are you in the metaverse?
Not yet.
Are you okay?
I did do some VR at Jared's house.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty cool. He's at the Oculus with the World of Warcraft. I mean, not World of Warcraft, but what is it? Call of Duty.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
that's pretty cool.
Keith and his wife have a Oculus, and it was cool. I mean, I had a PSVR, which was, I don't know.
It's like shooting a real gun.
After about an hour, you're like, I gotta get the fuck out of this.
No, man, I didn't want to take. I was sweating. It's a
It
workout.
up a little bit.
Yeah, it's a workout in that motherfucker. I can see why people like
Beat
it.
Saber?
I haven't sabered, no.
Yeah, no, Beat Saber.
I've done the
No,
Beat
I said
Saber.
I haven't did that.
Oh.
No. He said he didn't want to give me no frou ass games. He was like, I'm getting you straight to Call of Duty. Show me how to load the gun and shit. That shit is crazy.
Did he have the actual like plastic gun that you can hold on to?
It was like real guns, bro. I shot a bazooka. I shot everything. Like,
No, I'm talking about like were you holding the two things?
Oh yeah.
No, they have like actually like a one where you put those little clips into it, and you can actually like feel like you're holding.
Oh nah, it's actual boom. You gotta do certain things with it. So it's like
I played Doom in
cool.
VR on my PSVR and I loved it. I mean, there's certain rad shit, but eventually it is a gimmick.
But that's what I'm saying. So
Switch is a gimmick.
But what is the difference between paying for that and like paying for skins for games compared to people buying Bitcoin to buy stuff in those video games?
Instant
is what I'm trying to say.
gratification. There's no gamble there. I pay you. I know what I'm getting when I pay you.
I guess my confusion over like the NFTs thing is I still don't understand how is it. So if I buy an image,
You even clowned on it because you stole the fucking monkey. You're like, oh, look, I got it right here.
Oh, 100%.
Done.
But if I buy
but it's
the
changing
image,
because on Metaverse, you're not gonna be able to just be like, yo, I got a fake monkey as my profile. You're walking around as that.
Then don't join the Metaverse and be like, I got the monkey.
But
I
you
paid
can
my
fake,
rent.
You can fake it in real life, but you can't fake it in the Metaverse. That's what it's all about.
Wait.
Who the fuck's in the Metaverse giving this shit?
I'm just saying, bro. If you come in there, that's like if you come in.
Bro, I play.
I don't know, bro. It's different,
I play
man.
Wordscapes, and they offer avatars. Guess what I am?
Have you been
the first one you get? The sunflower.
You've definitely played
Done.
these games,
I don't
though.
give a shit.
You play these games where these kids are clowning you, and as soon as you get there, oh, look at you, motherfucker. You don't even.
You know what happens
There's
when
gonna be people that's like that, bro. You want to be cool in
you
the
got
Metaverse.
a kid who paid $25 to look like a unicorn to run around in Call of Duty, and I'm like, oh, he looks like a fucking rainbow, so there he is. Guess what? Zach won the match. What really matters? What really matters here? I caught the guy dressed as a fucking
might have a
unicorn,
point,
and I
man.
kill him.
Okay.
I do have a hard time being trendy. Like so it doesn't.
Y'all downloaded TikTok, so
Bro.
y'all don't have a problem being trendy.
If I go into the Metaverse and they're like, unless you buy an NFT or something, you're gonna look like powder, and I'm like, fine.
I'll be the blob.
I don't care. As Martin Luther King said, it's not the color of my skin, it's the content of my fucking character. Don't judge me.
100%.
It's the content of my avatar.
Speaking
in
of
the
a black
Metaverse.
man, this is a story of another black man, another Trentspiracy, man. So Lonnie Johnson, the man who invented the Super Soaker water gun.
Oh yeah, that guy's rich.
Yeah.
He was being underpaid in royalties by Hasbro Inc.
Of course.
He sues them in 2013 and receives almost $73 million in royalties
Good
from
for
the
him.
company.
Good for
And
him.
that's like one round of a check.
That's the same thing with the Nerf guy. He was a
Yeah.
linebacker in the NFL in the 70s, and he created the Nerf football. And like he was smart enough not to give it up.
Yeah.
Like he was like, "Oh, you like that? Well, you give me like a 45% cut, and we have
Yeah.
a deal."
Yeah.
Like yeah.
So you know what would have been funny is not funny maybe, but just a little dark is if your story talked about how he didn't get his money and then he died
man.
having been sprayed by multiple super soakers at high pressure.
Die from his own shit?
Yeah.
He was inventing the super soaker to end all super
He
soakers.
was pushed off a cliff by a bunch of kids trying to spray him with super soakers.
That is
not
100%.
He yelled the whole way down.
Damn you, Hasbro!
Like some bitch that you know.
I think that might be it, man. I'm gonna just give you 2 this week, man.
All right, cool. Well, that wasn't bad. I like how you two argued about NFTs.
Oh yeah, you like that?
There's just I don't even think I think it was more of a discussion.
That was
I just-
definitely a discussion.
I don't think that. Show
So,
me the money.
Maybe
Like,
I got one more. Maybe if y'all want to keep talking. How much time we got?
1 minute.
Oh, 1 minute? Okay. We can get this off. It says children that have been exposed to family violence shows of some patterns in brain activity as soldiers have been in combat.
Yeah, I believe that. PTSD, that sort of thing. I believe. I absolutely believe that.
100%.
I have PTSD from shit.
Yeah.
You get in a car accident, you'll have PTSD.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
And it's not,
especially if it's your fault.
and there it is.
That's a Trentspiracy. And then we end the week like that, baby.
I'm telling you, dude, like, no matter what, like, I still, if I take a turn, I'm like, no, keep coming. And I do not listen to anybody who's like waving you.
Oh, for sure.
Keep your shit, because that's what got me in trouble.
Well, you can listen to them. You just can't go into that other aisle that they're telling you to go through.
I'll be honest. Anybody starts waving me in, I'm
like,
going to wave them along.
When it's a four-way stop and someone waves you, I'm like, fuck you. If you were here first, go. I will stay here until all of you are gone.
So what happens if that person is right there when a wreck happens? Like, do we blame him now?
Yes.
Can he get sued?
I looked at the guy who waved me with the cop right there, and he's like, I wasn't waving you. And I was like, yeah, you were. You looked me in the eyes and said, come on. And it's not his fault. Don't get me wrong. I'm driving the car, right? But 2 seconds later, his ass was gone.
Oh, this actually happened.
Oh,
we're talking about okay.
I didn't want to bring it up really, but
I didn't.
I didn't know. I didn't want people to know who I was talking about.
It was a confusing situation because it was clear, and then this lady was back there, and then before I knew it, I went and she was on hauling ass.
Yeah. I agree, though. You can have PTSD from just a single incident like that.
Yeah.
From then on, it's in your head.
Parental abuse can live with you. I mean, any little thing.
A bad breakup
can live with you. I mean that, and they like to label that as like emotional trauma. And stuff, but like it is.
It's enough.
It is trauma.
It's enough to change you.
Yeah.
It's post-traumatic stress disorder.
Agreed.
And we'll spin the wheel one more time on that one.
I think we hit all
I
six.
know.
It lands in the middle and a little rip in the thing.
All right, good episode, guys. Episode 106, the All About Nothing podcast.
Thank you, The Will.
Yeah, The Wheel. Yeah, The Wheel.
That's
the
his name, The Will.
The Will.
It did. You need to find the seller out and be like, can you come on? Tell us what these parts
Ooh,
are.
if we get him,
It was an Amazon purchase, so I'll have to.
maybe we can buy in his
You can
company.
find who the company's seller is.
Yeah, I'll look.
Trent and I have worked there. We know the weird shit that people have made.
Comes through the
100%.
gates. Comes through the doors.
They're like, here's a soap we made in a bathtub. Sell it. We wrapped it in a sock.
Exactly.
All right. As always, thank you, Neek the Geek, engineer and producer, owner and operator of GOT Sound Studio. Check out details on how you can utilize his talent and production expertise at gotsoundstudio.com. Thanks to Muff the Producer. You can follow him on Instagram at Muff the Producer. Thanks to Shiana Rivers for our intro and outro. Follow her podcast, Who You Callin' Holistic. As well, thanks to Trent Clark, aka DJ Lonzo, currently entertaining the main course in Columbia, South Carolina. Saturday nights, make sure to go by, have a good time. You can contact Trent for all your entertainment needs. Trent at theallaboutnothing.com and on Instagram at TheRealDJLonzo or by phone 803-262-7982. If you enjoy the show, consider becoming a patron by visiting our website and clicking on the link at the top of the browser. That will take you over to our Patreon page. You can find details on how you become a supporter. You can check out our benefits there or just consider a donation so that we can continue to bring you this nonsense. We enjoy doing it. We enjoy you enjoying it. As always, you can follow us on Facebook. Just search for All About Nothing US, on Twitter and Instagram at AAN_pod, or find links to all of our social media and available podcast platforms by visiting theallaboutnothing.com. If you'd like to be heard on the show, you may call and leave us a message, 803-672-0533. If the time between these episodes is too far apart, you can fill that time by checking out our partner podcasts. Zach and I host What the Pod Was That with Carrie Simmons, available on most of your podcast platforms. You can visit whatthepodwasthat.com for links and details. Carrie and Chrissy host Status Macabre on most of the podcast platforms as well. Find details at statusmacabre.com. As well, you can check out our own DJ Lonzo's Top 5, hosted by Trent Clark, available on most of your podcast listening platforms. Till then, everybody stay safe and
have an incognito week.
This The All About Nothing podcast is recorded live from the Maddie Johnson podcast studio at GOT Sound Studio in Columbia, South Carolina. The All About Nothing podcast is produced and engineered by Neek the Geek, owner and operator of GOT Sound Studio. To support the show, please visit theallaboutnothing.com for links to social media, merchandise, and more. Become a patron of the show by following the Patreon link at the top of our page. The All About Nothing podcast is an entertainment product of Barrett Gruber. Special thanks to Zach King, Trent Clark, Muff the Producer, Neek the Geek, and you, our listeners. Please subscribe, rate, review, and share. If you're on YouTube, please hit the like button and the notification bell. Thank you for listening.